Welcome to the Emerging Lawyer series at the Coffee Conversation Show powered by the Emerging India Forum, TIF, and a tech partner, Prime Infotech Solution. Theme is Navigating FinTech and Startups with Namrata Dubey. In a world where technology, data, and innovation outpace regulation, lawyers like Namrata Dubey play a pivotal role in bridging the gap. Currently, she is a senior associate at NovoJuris Legal. She specializes in fintech, intellectual property, startup advisory, helping businesses stay compliant while navigating complex legal frameworks. Her journey spans across litigation, advisory, and policy matters, giving her a unique 360 degrees perspective of law. In today's conversation, we explore her professional experience, personal inspirations, and a vision for next generation of lawyers. And we also come to know Namrata as a person. So welcome Namrata to today's
Thank you
coffee
so much.
conversation. So let me explain you. There will be three rounds, Namrata. First round, professional, personal, and third round is a surprise round where you will be the hot seat and yours inspiration, Legal AI 101, which will be autographed and sent to you. So, friend of mine, Amir Virani, host at Coffee Legal Tech Evangelist at Prime Infotech Solution, author of 15 books. We help law firms, corporate legal startups receiving world-class technology, software licensing, and tech training. So, my first question, Amrita, what inspired you to pursue a career in law, and especially what drew you towards fintech and technology, and how has the journey been till date?
What inspired me towards law is just chance and luck, I guess. I was actually doing commerce in my plus two, and one day, some people from this organization called IDIA, Increasing Diversity by Increasing Access to Legal Education, they happened to visit us and they told us that, see, there's a different career path that you can actually explore. And law can also be of various types. You need not only be a litigating lawyer. There are multiple avenues which you can explore, and so I kind of heard it, and they had an entrance exam. So I sat for the entrance exam, knowing full well I will not do good, but turns out I did. So, yeah, and the journey started from there on. I started in that preparation, I started liking law more and more. And so one day I decided that law is something I would like to do because it's just where my interest area lies. With regards to fintech, again, it wasn't specifically fintech, but it was tech which started. I was doing a lot of litigation work at Sai Krishna, and I was dealing with confidentiality breach matters. And there I used to, and also we had one client for whom we did legal notices responses, and there I started dealing a lot with tech products, and which gave me a sense that, okay, this is one area I would like to explore more. And suddenly around 2022, I started seeing and reading a lot of fintech articles, and I realized I am much more interested in fintech. So I made the switch from IP to fintech.
Wow, interesting. So let's build up a conversation.
Sure.
At NovoJuris, you work closely with startups. What are some of the most common legal mistakes you see founders make?
I wouldn't call it mistake per se, but it's more of an experience thing. You keep gaining experience, you keep running into new problems every day, and that is just the cost of your business growing per day. One major chunk would be how to handle human resources, because every person is different, every person's expectation from the company is different. Startup world is considered to be the place where you end up like making quick bucks. But some people don't understand the expectation that comes with it. So that is one major chunk. What is interesting enough that I've seen with my clients is all of them want to stay compliant, but the really rapid pace at which the regulations are changing every day, that is becoming somewhat difficult for them. So these are the two major issues that I see my clients struggling with.
Wow. So, Namrata, IPR is often underestimated by new businesses. How do
Yes.
you convince founders to take it seriously?
One way would be to show them the picture that in future they would be valued more. Everything that they do, everything that they put their name on will draw a direct sense not only just to the product but to the entire business. So I try to paint that picture for them. I try to also tell them that um, how even if they don't want to actually take steps to protect their IPR, there may be instances where their hard work may go for a toss because somebody else has just now thought of commercializing it or misusing it in some manner. So I try to show that picture. And my clients are actually, they understand the value of IP once we've had this discussion.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, Namrata, what role does dispute resolution play in the fast paced world of fintech and data driven businesses?
Um, Dispute resolution in the sense, I'm
I'll
in the
repeat
sense
the
of litigation.
yes, regarding for
Frankly,
fintech and data driven business.
frankly, companies would like to stay away from litigation because any any judgment, any ratio will act against them, and there will be several other uh, customers coming up with the same query or the same concern once that is done. But yes, sometimes it is very important not only from the consumer point of view, but from the business point of view also to understand how a particular law is working. So litigation is always not disadvantageous. At times, it also helps the industry understand how a particular law is to be read or to be interpreted.
Wow, beautiful.
Yeah.
So, Namrata, you have handled litigation, advisory, contract drafting. Which
Yeah.
area excites you the most and why?
Mm, it's a fourth area actually, the product vetting. When you are actually in the phase where a product is being discussed, is being elaborated upon, and you get to say, okay, you if you want to reach this end goal, this is how you're supposed to go. This is how you should tweak your product. These are the laws and regulations around it. So I find that to be the most exciting part because what happens with law is there is a result, but it is quite often a little bit delayed. In litigation is that it's a lot delayed. If you're doing any form of agreements, major contracts, then it takes a month or two to crystallize. But if you do some product modification and it comes into the public eye, you can feel proud that okay, this is something I've worked upon. So that excites me the most.
Wow, beautiful. So now AI is everywhere. With AI and blockchain shaping the future, how do you see legal frameworks evolving in the next decade? And have you used AI in your work?
um there is a fear that AI is just going to take away everybody's job and everyone will be jobless. I don't think that's true because there's a certain level of human intervention which is still required to understand not only what A and B should form, but also human emotion. So, for example, a client may come to me and say, hey, Namrata, I want to launch a specific product. The law tells me not to do this. Now AI can tell me, okay, this is what the law says, this is what you should or should not do. But to understand that problem, to understand the client's emotions behind it, and to come up with a unique solution, I feel like human intervention is still very much required. However, that human intervention will need to be very skilled. If it is just drafting, say, a simple boilerplate clause, you can do that on ChatGPT. But if you are to do some deep level thinking, you are supposed to come up with something that does not exist presently. You can do that only and only with human intervention.
Wow. So let's go maybe down the lane. which is that project which challenged you deeply and shaped your growth as a lawyer?
I was working on a confidentiality breach matter, uh, wherein a wherein several employees of a company had taken away confidential information and had set up their own business process, and that it must have looked to an outsider like a small matter, but I got to work very closely with the client. I got to understand the client concerns, how businesses work, how police works, how courts work, and that gave me a lot more clarity. Before that, I was a newbie to this profession, and I was doing what I was asked to do. But that matter actually opened up my eyes, and it made me understand that it doesn't matter what the it matters to some extent what the client tells you, but you also need to be able to figure out what the client actually wants without telling you. At times they may not know also what they want, and so you need to figure that out. So that matter gave me a lot of clarity. um, yeah, apart from that, I was part of one of the statutory licensing matters, and that was I got to hear some of the greatest legal minds in this country on a daily basis, actually, and that was just amazing. Yeah.
Wow. So, Namrata, mentorship is crucial in law. Who has been your guiding light in this journey? And my next part, how do you mentor your juniors?
Who has been my guiding light? There is a person, I don't know if you would want me to name him or not,
It's up
but
to
he
you.
has, yeah. So his name is Swaraj Paul Barua, and uh, he is in the world of IP law, and he has been a mentor not for me for the next he has been a mentor for me for the last, I think, 10, 11 years, and he has
Mhm.
guided me all through it, and he has taught me how to think, how to question everything. If you're
Okay.
discussing about a product, think about how money is being made on that product. So that curiosity and how to actually go about it is something he has taught me for the last 10, 11 years. In terms of how I guide my colleagues, or I wouldn't use the word junior, but my colleagues, I tell them that do your research. That I'm not going to do for you. But yeah, but if after doing your research, if you have any questions, feel free to call me at whatever time, even at 12. I will be there to help you. But you must have done your research, and you must know the questions you want to ask me. And this is an advice for them for all aspects of their life, not only when they come to me, but when they go to the managing partner, when they go to the client, they should know, they should have done their research. Apart from that, I'm not one who dwells a lot on mistakes, because everybody does mistakes, but it needs to be a mistake uh, which you did not foresee.
Mhm. Wow. So let's go to the next round, Namrata, and uh, know about you as a person. Tell us about your family and your formative years.
My family, it's my parents and my two siblings. I'm also married, so my husband and my mother-in-law, and a very cute little dog. Um, so it's just this much. My formative years were in Calcutta, where I had the good luck of living in a city that lets you explore a lot of discussion. You can be part of any discussion. There's like 10,000 discussions happening throughout Kolkata. So they don't berate you if you are a child and you're part of that discussion. So I got to be a part of those discussions, and I think that has helped me think through. It's a city which has great food. It's a city which has something like a college street where you can buy whatever books you want and explore whatever discipline you are interested in. So yeah, I was in Calcutta for most of my life. Then I went to Ahmedabad, where I did my law schooling, and Nirma, I couldn't have asked for a better law college, to be very honest with you. I see I see many students saying that, okay, it's a private law college, so maybe it's not that good, but I think it's one of the best decisions of my life. Uh, Nirma helped me ask more questions. It actually gave me the base that I needed to become a lawyer.
Wow.
Had some excellent professors there whom I'm still in touch with, including the dean at that time.
Wow. Beautiful. So, what's it hobby or interest which helps you to unwind and recharge?
Um, One would be watching content, which we all do after reading so many pages in a day. The second is reading. I like reading. Currently, also, I'm in between two books, and at all
Hmm.
times, I feel like I'm in between two books only. So it depends on my mood, which one I want to pick up. If I've had a very heavy day, then I read the fiction book, and if I've had a light day or I'm traveling, then I try reading the non-fiction one. Um, yeah. And apart from that, I love cooking. I
Mhm.
absolutely love cooking. Yeah.
Wow. So, which is that book you're reading here right now, and uh, yeah, what are the takeaways?
The non-fiction one is The Power of Nunchi. It's a South Korean concept, which means that eye reading, eye measure. It basically tells you it basically tells you that every room that you enter into, every person that you meet, you should have quick Nunchi, which basically means you should be able to read that person very, very quickly. And every room that you are a part of, every discussion that you are a part of, changes in 10-15 minutes, and you should be able to do this continuously. So that is the non-fiction book. In fiction, I'm reading Butter right now. It's about, I'm just in the starting pages right now. So it's about a journalist who is discovering a lot more about herself.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, if your friend had to describe you in 3 words, what would it be?
The first one will be an overthinker. Yeah.
Okay.
The second one be will be a planner, because I'm always planning something or the other. It can be my day-to-day life, or it can be my clients' work, or it can be just my family time. Um, Third would be, I don't know, I've been told that I'm always there for people. So maybe that.
Wow. Beautiful. So, what's a childhood memory that still makes you smile instantly?
Hmm. One memory that I really, really hold very close to my heart is my parents bringing us up. And it was just the two of them. So if my mom would fall sick, my dad would take charge of the entire family and everything. And they never made us feel that anything was burdensome for them. So he would sing, he would make us dance, he would do the cooking while my mother is unwell. If my father was unwell, my mother would take charge of everything. So I hold that really, really close to my heart, that whatever the scenario, you can just dance through it.
Wow. Beautiful. Okay. So, my last one is a googly one. Describe Namrata in one line from your point of view.
Mm. Again, an overthinker.
Mhm.
um, uh, I'm one person who perseveres. Um, every day is a new challenge, and I take it day by day. And I try to not do the mistakes that I've done the day before. So yeah, that's me.
Ah. So, let's put in the hot seat, the rapid fire round, your go to comfort food,
Dal chawal,
your favorite color,
white.
best piece of advice received,
Never let anybody take you for granted or for
uh,
free.
courtroom or cafe debates,
Cafe debates,
you're an early morning or a night person.
early morning.
Wow. Okay. Uh, your signature food dish.
My signature food dish, veg galati kebab. I know a lot of people will say it's not kebab.
Wow. I've had a non-veg gulati, but let me would be
You're most
interested
welcome.
to have this. Okay, coffee or masala chai?
Masala chai.
Wow. Okay, so you did well. Let's taste. And here's your book, which will be autographed and sent to you.
Thank you so much.
So as a conversation with Namrata comes to a close, we are reminded that being a lawyer today is no longer about just interpreting statutes. It's about anticipating the future, guiding businesses with empathy, and balancing law with innovation. The story reflects not only the resilience and grit required in this profession, but also the personal warmth and perspective that keeps her grounded. Here's to many more milestones as she continues to shape her legal journey. And like that, we have got 500 coffee speakers at the Coffee Con Show. Subscribe, watch those different episodes, implement in your life their the journey steps, and we meet with another coffee speaker or a cup of coffee. Take care. Thank you.
Thank you.